Let me hear your answers. Think you better than pros? Think you don't know? Think you don't know? So you think you 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 know sports?
Welcome back, sports fans. This your boy Turtle with the UNeducated Network, and this my show. So, you think you know sports? And today, we're going to take a trip to the AFC South. We went across the pond to the NFC South already. You can check out that video. And today, we're going to go to the AFC South. The AFC South was once a division ruled by Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts for a long time. Not just the division, but the NFL as well. There was a premier team. But since Peyton Manning has been gone, the division has kind of been up and down, with the Texans winning the last two back-to-back division titles with a lackluster performance of 9-7. So it's nothing to hang your hat on. They don't have any real leader of the pack since Peyton has left, because they led that pack for a long time. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at each team by team. The Texans were 9-7 last year. They won the last two divisions straight. Like I said, they drafted Deshaun Watson. So hopefully they got Tom Savage, but so hopefully one of those two guys end up being a good quarterback for them over the next couple of years. They got one of the best defenses in the league. Jadeveon Clowney showed up and showed out last year. They actually finally got their money's worth for him. He showed out and did his damn thing last season, with J.J. Watt being injured. They needed it, and he provided it. So you got to be happy for that. That's a good sign for the future. You got they were 7-1 at home, so they took care of their home field. Their home field, that's big time, man. If you can take care of your home field and then split the road, you're already in a good position to be in the playoffs, so to speak. So 7 out of the 9 wins that they had were home. That's it's kind of dismal. Yes, they took care of home, but they got their ass whooped on the road, though. They drafted a couple of key offensive guys that I like personally. I'm a low-key Texans fan. Obviously I'm a Saints fan, but I'm a low-key Texans fan because they not too far away from me. They're about 2 hours away from me, so I root for them off and on. They drafted Dante Foreman. That's a guy that I really like. Dante Foreman is a running back that I really like, and I feel like going to plug and play for them immediately. Kyle Fuller fell all the way to the 7th round to them. That's a steal in the 7th round, I feel like, to me. That's a big-time center from Baylor. That's a big-time center for them. They actually got a receiver on their team named Kyle Fuller, too. It's crazy. You can take a look at the Titans. The Titans were also 9-7. They had a chance of stealing the division, but Mariota ended up getting hurt, which costed the team in the long run. If not be for him getting hurt, I think they would have definitely stole the division. I think they need some defensive help, especially at cornerback. They cornerbacks got their ass burned last year a bunch of times. Man, they got their ass burned a bunch of times. So they need cornerback help for sure. And with that said, that was one of their big-time acquisitions in the draft. They drafted Corey Davis at number 5, wide receiver, Corey Davis. And then they drafted Adoree Jackson, who was a stud out of USC. That's a big-time cornerback that they needed. That's a big-time cornerback that they needed. They got DeMarco Murray back there. He been bruising them. I mean, that's a bruising running back, man. DeMarco is a bruising running back. You put him alongside a good quarterback like Mariota, and you got a good nucleus on your team. They drafted 6 out of 9 offensive guys, so they was heavy in the draft on the offensive side of the ball. So that tell you what they feel like they need a little bit more help at. I feel like they need a little bit more help on the defense, but I guess they feel like they need a little more help on the offensive side. They the ones calling the shots, so I ain't got no problem with that. The Colts were 8-8. They were 3-3 in the division. Like I said, man, that was one of since Peyton left, it's been up and down for them. T.Y. Hilton and Andrew Luck were probably the only real bright spots for them, aside from Frank Gore, were probably the only real bright spots for them on the team. Luck came back after missing 9 games last season to the previous season. He came back after missing 9 games to throw for over 4,200 yards, which ranked 8th in the league. 31 passing TDs, which ranked 5th in the league. Needless to say, he came back on fire. He came back blazing and balling on them boys. He did his thing. He just ain't have the help on the defensive side of the ball at all. T.Y. Hilton, he benefited from Luck coming back and balling out so much to where he set career highs in both receiving yards at 1,448. That's big time. And 91 receptions. He set career highs in both of those with Luck coming back and balling his ass off like he did. Frank Gore, even being an old running back that he is, put up 1,000+ yards running. So that's a big time help when you got a running back running like that. To go with a great quarterback and you got a receiver, that's boom, 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 boom. That's what the making of a great team, man. That's the making of a great team. That's 3 players at each position. That's so good. Now you just need to touch on that defense a little bit more. Speaking of which, they drafted 6 out of 8 players on the defensive side of the ball, with Malik Hooker being their #1 draft pick, which is gonna be a big time guy. Quincy Wilson is a great pick as well. I feel like Quincy Wilson was a great pick as well. But Malik Hooker, that's another stud. That I think he probably going to be one of those premier guys within the next couple of years. The Jags, I mean, you had to give a moment of silence for him right there. But the Jags, they drafted Leonard Fournette. Hopefully my boy don't go there and throw his career away, and if so, then bounce out on their ass after that rookie contract up, real talk. But they drafted Leonard Fournette, and then Cam Robinson fell to them, man. That was a steal. Cam Robinson, the offensive tackle from Alabama, fell to them, man. That's a steal for them. You need that. Blaine Gabbert is a good quarterback. I mean, he's not bad. He's a good quarterback, so you give him a good running back like Fournette, and then you give him a good offensive lineman like a Cam Robinson, and that's the making of a good team. I mean, Tom Coughlin know what he's doing. Tom Coughlin putting together a team in a division that's up for the taking. If we be honest, like I said, it's 9-7, and it's the last 2 seasons division winner in this division, so the division is up for taking, for real. The division is up for taking. They got a lot of key pieces in the free agency too, because Tom Coughlin is in there. They brought in a bunch of big name free agents, so I think they got a chance. They can go one or two ways, man. They can be a really good team or a better team and still steal the division, or they can, bottom out. It's only up from here for them. It's only up from here. It's not too much worse they can do, so to speak. Even they drafted a couple guys defensively wise, so they putting together a hell of a team there in Jacksonville, man. I like what they doing in Jacksonville. All right, guys, that was it. That was a quick little trip to the AFC South for you. Next, we're going to bring you the NFC North. I'm going to bring you the NFC North next, so stay tuned for that one. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you don't mind, if you like it. But that's it. So you think you know sports?